Guys, welcome back. We're going to do Iron Man number 190, guest starring the Scarlet Witch. This was a fun one, actually. When I saw this picture, I said, "Hey, is that Ant-Man or maybe a new costume?" No, it isn't. It's a villain called Termite. Never heard of him. So, let's dive in. So we see here Tony Stark with a beard and Rhodey, and they are talking about that he just in the last issue that I don't have caught Termite. Termite escaped, and yeah, that's basically it. He's just reporting the whole stuff. But there's something wrong with Rhodey. I'm gonna explain that a little bit later. So we see that Termite is digging on the ground, and he is basically a mutant because everything he touches, it's basically disintegrated or have falling apart. So he is digging on the ground because he wants to escape Iron Man, now Rhodey, or Rhodey, now Iron Man. And he discovers a subterranean cave. And then, very funny, we see a little bit of his backstory. And it seems that he is an artist, he's a sculptor. And then one day he wakes up and the sculpt that he just sculpted just, it was broken down by his power. So now he has the ability, as you can see here, to sculpt a new statue, and he is very fond of what he's doing. He's very proud, but he needs funds because from Obadiah Stane, because he has to work for him for funds and other stuff. So it's basically becoming a criminal against his will, and then we see some what's the word I'm looking for? Divisiveness, or some they are fighting each other. Basically, it seems that Rhodey is very fond and feels very powerful in now that he is becoming Iron Man. And Iron Man Tony was, I believe there was a fallout when he just grabbed the bottle and is being a drunk, so he got help. And Rhodey is very mad at him and said, "Hey, I see what you are doing. You are building a new Iron Man suit." So he trashes the breastplate and he gloats like, "Hey, what do you think of that, huh?" And then Tony says, "I think you're seriously disturbed. I think you need help." And then here we see Rhodey attacking, grabbing Tony, and he said, "Hey, listen. You are the one who needs to talk about who needs to get help. I mean, once you drunk a while ago, you need help in getting yourself out of the gutter because you drank yourself into." And he said, "Yeah, that's right, I did." And then he says, "Well, I don't." And then he walks away, and then it reveals that being Iron Man means far more to Rhodey than people think. So Rhodey is going onto a hunt again for the termite, and he discovers that he is, when he last seen when he fell, he sees some parts that of the ground that is moved. So he digs in or uses his repulsors, and he discovers the cave and also the sculpture. And then he says, "Beautiful artwork. Could it be a natural formation?" "No, of course not. Come on." And he says, "Oh, no, it must be done by a caveman. Some nameless genius in the distant past." That made me chuckle. I mean, okay, it's dark and come on. Okay, good. Let's move on. But then, very funnily, stalactites falling down and damaging or should damage the statue. So Rhodey uses his repulsors ray to basically destroys the stalactites so that the statue is unharmed or undamaged. And he said, "Well, it would be a shame if something happened to it." And then we see the shot of Termite going back up because he wants to escape, but he doesn't know that Rhodey is below him. And I'm coming a little bit back to the statue thing again. So, skipping a few pages, he's going outside. Then, unfortunately, these people are seeing him. they are trying to avoid him, crashes into some kind of, I don't know, oil tanker or something, or is that how you say it? A tank truck, okay? And then Termite says, well, oh, it's on fire. Well, I sure they make it to safety without my intervention, and he just walks off. But then it seems that Iron Man comes, and it seems that the tank is on fire, and it's gonna explode. So Iron Man is, doing the heroic thing and just throws it in the air, and everybody is safe. So, but Iron Man still angry that Termite is gone, and skipping a few pages here, skipping a few more, and then it seems that Termite somehow made the news. Rhodey turns on the television, and it seems that last night at an art exhibition, someone slid a statue in, and it's the same statue that is below the cavern. So there are two statues now, and it gives the Iron Man the idea that he is going to be there. I don't know how he figured that out, because he says he thinks that it's going to be connected to Termite. It's very convenient that he just made that link. But hey, it could be. Who am I? And then he sees a Quinjet, and he doesn't know who's in it, but just he flies further. And then Scarlet Witch is coming out of the Quinjet, and she got a weapon from Force, who is basically a mutant neutralizing weapon. And Iron Man is impressed because he's he knows a lot of, he's an expert on weaponry, and he's seen never something like that. And then somehow they are, double check again. So this is fun. So we are at the art exhibit, and Termite's standing there in this full costume, and somebody said, hey, this is an ugly piece of, whatever he said. And then they said, what? Are you blind, sir? It's a masterpiece. Whatever you say, buddy. And then Iron Man comes, and then Termite, attacks Iron Man, or vice versa, by the way. Termite is going to flee, and then what does he do? He grabs the statue and throws at Termite. I mean, I don't get that part, because you try to save the statue in the cavern from falling stalactites, but now you pick the second one up and basically trash it. And then Iron Man comes with the Quinjet, and they said, hey, listen, Rhodey, you need to calm down. People are getting hurt. And Rhodey you're pissed off, and he smacks him away. And Scarlet Witch noticed that Rhodey is becoming a little bit unhinged, and she said, if there is bystanders getting hurt, I'm going to stop him. So what's going to happen is that, okay, skip a few pages, I don't want to spoil everything. Well, here it is. Iron Man shoots the weapon at Termite. Termite is getting, how do you say, is getting unconscious because of the blast. And then Iron Man, pissed off, he said, Scarlet Witch, he screamed like he was in agony. I didn't think the neutralizer's effect would be so inhumane. And Rhodey said, well, you feeling for the bad guy? And he said, hey, Iron Man, take it easy. I said, what should I? I said, I couldn't handle Termite. No, I had to be bailed out by a witch, an ex-drunk, and whatever this is. And he destroys basically the weapon that's, at the end of the book. And that leads into probably the next one. This is, I don't know, it was very fun. I don't have many old Iron Man issues. And I didn't know what the story is behind Rhodey, except that I know that he is a good friend of Tony, and that he shared some adventures with him as Iron Man. But this is very interesting that there's some kind of a deep layer with Rhodey, that he likes being Iron Man, and he's basically envious, or maybe jealous, or feeling bad that Tony wants to get back into the saddle. And there's probably going to be a battle or fallout between him, and that Tony is probably the only one who can stop him. I mean, that's what I get from reading the comic. So yeah, we'll see how that all pans out. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching again. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.